Hello everybody, welcome to our Once Human Survival Guide. Today we are talking about how to join your friends, because you have to go through like a few hoops to kind of get that going. So the first thing I would definitely recommend is like get your guys all together, either in like a text chat, preferably a voice chat if you can. It's just going to be so much easier. Do that, trust me. And then once you're all connected, make sure that like you boot the game up, you're on the main menu, and it's time to choose a server. Make sure first you all choose the same region, because there are different regions, and then choose the same server number. I don't know which one I can show on mine. No, but basically, there's a list of PvE servers and then a list of PvP players. Choose what mode you want to play, whether that's more of working with your fellow people or working against them, and then just make sure you all choose the same server number. So like we'll just say 22, for example. Click that, you're happy, you enter the game, and then when you enter the game, you'll have to obviously go through the tutorial, and you'll be flying around, and you might notice that you and your buddies are technically in the same location. You looked at your map and you were like, oh, let's all meet up at Deadsville. But you're here, your friends say that they are there too, but you don't see them. And the reason why is because you guys are probably on different worlds, and those are basically kind of like different instances of the same server. So at the top right, you can kind of see I'm in world 9. So if my buddy who wanted to play with me was on world 5, we wouldn't be with each other. But there's a very easy way to make, to get back on the same sort of world, and that is to go to a teleport tower, which they look like these guys basically on the menu, the map here, I mean. And you can find one in Deadsville as well. You might find that a little bit easier. I would definitely say when you're first starting up, though, the way that you're going to come down from the sky is in this area, and you can very easily glide to this teleportation tower. You just got to activate it by pressing F, and then you'll see that one of the options, G here, you can switch to another world. So we'll just press that, and you can see, oh, look, here's all the worlds. So if your buddy's on world 8, you just click world 8, and then boom, you are over there. You'll be able to join your friends. Now, once you are all on the same world, you're probably going to want to be on the same team, right? So basically, you're going to want to press the kind of not that one. I mean, you can do it from here, I guess. But if you press the escape kind of key, you'll see this Get United option. And here you can find your friends, which basically, oops, if we go back to here, there we go. You can find them by, searching, their name, and this is the character name that they created. Everybody's character name here is unique, so you just type it in, and then you send a request, and then they're like, yeah, okay, and then you can make a team either by going up to them in the game, and then you'll see a little option above them, which is the Z as in zoo key, and then you just type that, and then there's a bunch of options for you, but one of them is to invite to your team. You obviously can also do so with the Get United option here. You can do team here, you can create your team, and then you can just invite your buddies that way. Now, besides team, which basically you guys, when it comes to a team, you guys are basically you can see each other on the map, for one, which is great. You also can use each other's territory structures, and that's if that person allows you to. There are permissions you can give your teammates. So if you don't want anybody using your stove or something to cook food, you can say, okay, you can't do that. Friends cannot do this, or you can, and they can use it and all that. You guys can kind of make your bases sort of close to each other with enough room to expand, and then just kind of decide, okay, I'm going to be the farmer, so we're going to use this plot primarily for farming. However you guys want to do it, right? That is something that you can, those are permissions that you can turn on and off to kind of determine how much you want to let your teammates use your facilities, basically, at your base. Now, you can also make a hive. Here we go. And a hive, which kind of says here, it says you can create a new hive alone or together with friends. Alternatively, you can also use the search function to find hives that are recruiting new members and apply to join. Join a hive to obtain various combat and building buffs and experience new gameplay. Now, I will say hive and warband, they're more for like PvP players, but you could definitely do it in PvE as well. But basically, you are able to go into kind of like dungeons, which is kind of like the big boss fights together as a hive. I think you can do it as a team too. So again, hive might not be like super needed. It just depends on like if you want to have something like more members than a team, kind of basically is how I read it as. And you know, in future seasons, we might find hive in PvE servers specifically to be a little bit more useful. We'll have to see what the devs do, but there's you can do that. And then a warband is basically a collection of different hives that you use to like, and this is really for PvP, I would say, but it's like a collection of hives that come together to go fight other collections of hives. Literally a warband, right? It's how you fight your wars on a server. So that is kind of how you join a friend, get on a friend's server, whatever you wanna say that, and then how to get going as a team. Hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know if you guys have some problems, because I know it can be a little confusing, but hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.